Good day. This is HJT Views on current affairs. Today, we will be talking on the issue of separation of audit responsibilities from other management advisory responsibilities of chartered accountancy firms. Ernst & Young has internationally decided that they are going to separate their audit work from their other assignments, management advisory assignments, be they in tax, be they in risk management, be they in compliances, be they in new systems implementation, whatever. The question that comes to mind is this separation possible by the same firm when actually cross-selling and incentivizing the client to opt for their other firm on advisory services or the other way around on audit services? Is it really feasible for the firm to do so? My personal view, the answer is no. This matter needs to be done by the client himself. The management of the holding company, the key managerial persons and the board of directors have to take a view that their audit firm of the holding company will get no management assignments from any company that reports under their umbrella for the purpose of holding company accounts. It's a decision that has to be driven by the clients because the audit firms and the management advisory firms will never truly implement this because it works against their interests. Their business is lost. What we also need to understand is why is it that we have so many cases coming up of supposed audit failures? I mean, consciously using the word supposed audit failures. And still, increasingly, the firms that are named in these audit failures are the ones that are getting more and more audit work. How does one explain this supposed discrepancy? Have our authorities, and I'm talking about our in the sense that India and overseas, have everybody suddenly decided that audit is the magic key to finding out what is wrong with the business? And it is the auditor's responsibility to find out, to report, and facilitate authorities taking actions. I find this to be an extremely disjointed state of affairs. While it is expected that the auditor will be on the top so far as technology is concerned, so far as systems are concerned, so far as transactions are concerned, so far as management responsibility and reportings are concerned, so far as accounting treatment are concerned, it is difficult to believe that only audit is supposed to uncover frauds. Frauds can be uncovered from many other areas, such as financial institutions asking for stock breakups or doing their own checks of the financials that they are getting, or a fraud that has happened elsewhere gets its thread into the current existing firm which is being audited by a different auditor. So there are many ways in which one can get to know whether something is right or wrong in a company. I don't believe it is only the responsibility of the auditor to be held accountable and responsible for frauds. Yes, the auditor is certainly responsible for having a good idea of the company's business, for discussing with the company's management on where they feel the weaknesses are, for recognizing which could be the weak spots of the company, which are the main businesses of the company, so that those are areas that they can focus on increasingly. But to have entities that are global and multiple entities reporting into one entity and transactions happening left right between entities, it's difficult to expect that only one firm can handle the situation and give an entire buffet of reports which handles everything. I am quite not ready to accept this. However, it does seem to be a little odd, extremely odd, that the more you are burdening the auditor with compliance, and the more the auditor is facing, especially the large firms, what are called the big four, facing questions on their audit style, etc., the more audits seem to be heading their way. In my personal view, there has to be an absolute separation by the client and not by the audit firm. The client has to be clear. If this is my auditor, he gets no advisory role whatsoever, anywhere in any of my entities. That's only the client can manage. And two, very importantly, as compliance burden is increasing, the power of the big four is increasing, because even medium-sized companies are moving towards them, at least so far as India is concerned, are moving towards them for audit. My personal feeling is that a single audit firm cannot do justice to the work that is involved. There is a serious need for a joint audit in all entities which may be, say, over 500 crores of turnover or over 200 crores of net worth or whatever it is. There has to be a joint audit. There has to be a joint audit, not of two big four firms, but of, say, one big four and one medium sized or two medium sized firms. And the real nitty-gritty work could be organized by the medium-sized firm, and the real reporting, compliance, cargo work could be done by the big four. I think audit needs a real great relook by Indian corporates. Audit is not a cost. First of all, audit is not a cost. Advisory may is a cost, but audit is not a cost. Audit is a necessity because you are handling it not just for the shareholders who are appointing you technically, but even for your financials, even for your creditors, even for your employees. Even for the government, which recovers taxes direct and indirect, audit is a very important part of a corporate's existence today. And that is why it is my recommendation that we move away from this big four tendency towards audit by compulsorily moving into a joint audit scenario, and certainly, most certainly, complete delink of audit with advisory. That's the responsibility and the power of the client at work. That ends my talk of today. I hope you liked it. If you have, please share it with your relatives, friends, colleagues, addresses, etc. Till we meet again, have a great day. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra, Jai Mumbai. Bye.